Sometimes it's hard to get ideas out of your own head, especially if you're writing content. Sometimes it's just hard to cram all of your thoughts in a narrow string of text. At least that's the case for me. It's like my brain sometimes goes faster than I can type. So this might look like a simple dictation tool, but it's actually a revolutionary way to get your ideas out of your own head and create truly authentic content faster. So let me show you exactly how to use it and the exact prompts to use to make the most out of it. So there are two ways you can use this tool. One is by pressing on the dictate tool. It's this little mic right here, and that's a feature I also use most often. However, there is also another way to use this speech text function, which is the voice mode, and that feature is a little bit better for brainstorming ideas, and I'll show you each option later on in the video. But either way, the most important thing that you need to do when you approach this type of feature is to really approach it as if you're speaking to a friend, literally like as if you're talking to a friend or a coworker, because that's what's going to unlock your most authentic voice. So in the dictate mode, all you need to do is press on the mic icon and literally start talking. And the really cool thing is that you can literally ramble in a very confusing way and ChatGPT will understand what you're trying to say. Thinking we could actually take all this content and turn it into a YouTube video. I already have an idea for it. I will call it I Dreaded Being on Camera. Here's how I simplified filming. Another thing is that it really understands accent. Like I have a probably strong, you can tell me, Italian accent, and ChatGPT will always understand what I say, even if the transcript is not like accurate. Maybe I mispronounce a word, it will always understand the gist of it. Another thing that I love is that it has a recording limit of 10 minutes. This is as of the recording of this video. And this is great because you can really like talk for a very long time. And you can even pause and like think about what you want to say next, and it won't stop the recording. And this is really great because sometimes we need to pause and like process our thoughts. And in other tools, I found that usually when you pause, it would stop the recording automatically. But in this case, it will just wait for you to finish what you have to say. You can use this feature both on the mobile app and the computer, and I found that the computer version works really great as well. You don't really have to be as close to the computer. You can just like talk at normal distance. You can even whisper into it, which I often do if my baby is sleeping next to me. Okay, so I need to write a newsletter. The only difference is that in the mobile app, you have two options. You can either choose to have the text populated in the chat once you finish recording. You might want to choose to review the text before sending it. It's a great way to also add a few little extra things you might have forgotten to say. You can just type into it and then hit send. Or you can choose to have that voice dictation sent automatically through the chat without you having to hit send. This option is not available in the computer version, but it's not like a major issue. It just slows things down a little bit. Also, if you choose to review the text and you realize you forgot to say something, you can dictate once again and you won't override the chat. One little tip, which I think is going to be great for people that are always on the go like me, is that once you get the reply back, you have the option to listen to it by clicking on this little sound icon. And for me, that's great because I often just dictate things as I'm walking. And obviously, I can't really like read the answer. Instead, I put my headphones on and I just click on the sound icon and I listen to it podcast style. And I say podcast style because in between paragraphs, ChatGPT will often add some sound effects. And I guess it just elevates the whole experience. So the voice mode is designed for a two-way interaction. So it's better for brainstorming thoughts as opposed to more structured content creation. All you need to do is press on the voice mode and then this blue ball comes up and then all you need to do is start talking to it, literally as if you have somebody in front of you. Hey, Soul.
Hey, Marta. How's it going? What's on your mind today?
The only thing that I found is that I have to prompt ChatGPT to wait for me to finish talking, because if you pause, it will start replying to you immediately. This feature is only available in the Pro plan. I think if you are on the free version of ChatGPT, you only have a limited amount of time for this feature. But if you're on the Pro plan, you have up to 1 hour every day. I want to make a video idea about how this is going to shape the future of content creation. Like, this is the future of content creation. We're just at the beginning of it, and is the right time to jump on it. So what do you think?
I absolutely love that angle. Framing the video around the idea that nature of content creation is definitely going to make it stand out and capture attention. You can emphasize how using the voice function with ChatGPT allows creators.
Even though this type of interaction doesn't happen within the chat, you can always exit out of the voice mode and you will be directed to the voice chat link to the voice mode so that you can, change the way you interact. Now, let me show you 5 different ways you can prompt ChatGPT to get the best results. The first one is by making sense out of a rough idea. So say that you have this idea, but you just struggle to put it into words. You can prompt ChatGPT by saying something like, I'm just going to talk through this idea. I don't really know how to explain it. Can you just listen to me? And at the end of it, help me make sense of it. And then you just talk freely, and at the end of it, ChatGPT will literally come back to you with a clean summary of what you were trying to say. Next, you can use it as a brainstorming tool. So this is a little different from the first instance where you're not clear about what you want to say. This time you have a clear idea of what you want to talk about, but you need a little help with the direction of something. It may be perhaps you need help with a title or maybe an angle for your content or a hook. And so you can say something like, here's what I'm thinking. I want to create that, the format that you want to create. For example, like I want to create a reel, I want to create a carousel around this idea, but I'm still unsure of the angle I should follow. Could you please help me refine the title, the hook, whatever, based on what I share? For this brainstorming feature, one super cool thing that you can do, which I read like in some comment below a YouTube video I was watching, somebody was suggesting this, is that you can ask ChatGPT to ask you questions like interview style to get your thoughts moving. And this is great if you want to create a piece of content that is a bit more introspective. For example, I use this feature to create my latest YouTube video about my YouTube journey. And so I asked ChatGPT, can you just ask me a set of questions like interview style about my YouTube journey, like to help me think through the talking points that I want to get out of my head. Another awesome way to use this feature is to capture content ideas when you're on the go. Like, I don't know about you, but I always get ideas when I'm walking somewhere. And so what I do, I pull up my phone and I just start talking into ChatGPT, and I will say something like, I have this raw idea for, a reel, a video. I'm not sure about the final message yet, but let me talk you through it. And then prompt ChatGPT by saying, simply polish and fix any grammar mistakes. Make sure not to change or alter any words. This is important because otherwise, if you don't prompt it, it will literally like create the post for you, or it will change the words completely. But you want to capture that raw idea with your same exact words. Otherwise, what's the point? Another scenario is that you know exactly what you want to talk about, but you aren't quite sure on how to structure it. So you can ask ChatGPT for this prompt. Here's everything I want to include in this video or post or whatever. Can you turn it into a structured outline using my own words? Another prompt is, can you help me structure this piece of content into paragraphs, keeping my tone and voice exactly as it is? This is especially good for long form type of content like YouTube videos, newsletters, anything long form where it's very important to have a structure. Finally, and this is one of my favorite ways to use this feature, is to use it whenever you're processing something. This may be an internal block or perhaps a creative breakthrough, like something that you need to process and literally get out of your head. Think of it as your personal content therapist. So I use it a lot actually as I'm building my personal brand. Say that I read something that triggers me, or like something happens during the day, I hit a roadblock as I'm filming content and I start doubting myself, imposter syndrome kicks in. I'll just pick up the phone and start talking to ChatGPT, and I have to say my husband is very grateful now that I don't have to do that with him all the time. In short, it's just a great way to be more self-aware, and I truly think that self-awareness is such an important component to your creative process and to building a truly authentic personal brand. A prompt for this would be, so this happened and I'm going to talk you through it, and I need you to help me process it and really understand why this is bothering me, and once I'm done, can you please come back to me with feedback on this? And the key here is to tell ChatGPT to be very, very neutral with the feedback, because if you don't prompt ChatGPT usually will come back to you with kind of like the answer that you want to hear. It's kind of like an echo chamber of your own thoughts and of your own mind. So you need to be very careful with that. And so I find that I need to tell ChatGPT to not sugarcoat it and really be direct and give me the best advice in a specific situation, as opposed to telling me, what I want to hear. So many people are nervous about AI, and to be honest, I get it because it really feels like it's replacing us. It's like we are turning into these robots and we're losing the human side of us. But I actually think it's the complete opposite. When you use AI correctly for content creation to get your creativity out of your own brain, AI is not replacing you, it's literally just helping you access what's already inside your brain. A few weeks ago, I was watching this movie, it's called The Pod Generation, and the movie showed how AI was completely integrated into every area of a person's life, from working to literally having kids. And so that movie really showed the scary side of things when we are just becoming too dependent on AI and we forget our human side. Because like everything in life, it's all about balance. The power, it's not in the tool itself, but in how you use it. So if you want to learn exactly how to use ChatGPT for content creation, make sure to subscribe as my next video will be about that.